The critically acclaimed British science fiction series, Doctor Who, has been on air for more than 50 years, being first broadcasted in 1963. During that time there have been many doctors, many companions, many villains, and many stories. Naturally, during this time, fans come and go, but here's the question. In terms of prior adventures, stories, and doctors being mentioned, why are the 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th mentioned more now than prior doctors? It has to do with the average age of the audience at the time of the revival, the time when the first people who watched the series during the original broadcasting era became fans, and something mostly mentioned with American comic books, but can now apply to Doctor Who arguably, the casual fan or the casual viewer. The original inspiration for this discussion came from my own experiences with the Doctor Who series and speaking about it with other people, and finally reading online comments from longtime fans remarking about how the modern Doctors are mentioned more in terms of all-time favorites, their adventures being referred to or being mentioned in conversation by other people in terms of various comparisons. The modern Doctor Who series is based on starting from 2005 with the 9th Doctor. This is considered the modern series or the revival series officially. A better example is this, that the tales of the 9th through 12th Doctors are 10 seasons. So Doctor Who is considered having 10 seasons, or anything after would be 11 or 12 or so on. Anything before, like that of the 1st through the 8th Doctors of this series, is considered the original series or classical series. Hence, 1963 through 1989, plus the specials that aired in that time period, including the 1996 Doctor Who movie with the 8th Doctor. That is a very long time, especially when considering the Doctor Who revival in 2005. It now ties into the general age of Doctor Who fans, who they would naturally consider to prefer as their favorite Doctor, or who they would consider to be the best out of all the Doctors to have ever been regenerated. Popular consensus is that the greatest and most well-known out of all the Doctors will be the 4th, and this has been unquestioned for decades. But the 10th Doctor has become more popular since the modern revival. Why? Again, it ties into the general age of Doctor Who fans now, and the casual Doctor Who fan. The 4th Doctor's time was the mid-1970s to the early 1980s. This is now considered a long time ago in terms of chronology with the Doctor Who franchise in terms of average age of fans who watch the show. Consider this, some of the fans might not even have been born during the time of the 4th Doctor's appearance on the show. It has been said that there have been a lot of millennials who watched the revival of Doctor Who, most notably the 10th Doctor's span as the Doctor or even the 11th. So they would naturally consider them to be the best Doctor out of all of them, mostly out of nostalgia, with something of the sort as, "Right, I remember David Tennant, he was the first Doctor that I watched. River Song? I loved her during her part in the series." Something of the sort like that. True, there may have been some good Doctors before, but it could be argued that there's a little bit of bias there. Now, some who are listening might just say, well, the 4th Doctor is still the best, just simply rewatch those older episodes. But this is where the concept of the casual Doctor Who fan is mentioned. Some might not want to revisit those older Doctor Who serial adventures. Not even the 4th, it could be maybe the 2nd, or the 3rd, or the 5th, or the 7th. They might not like the older, possibly outdated tone of the series or episodes when they watch, or whatever the reason they might have. Everyone has their own favorite Doctor and companion, or least favorite Doctor and companion, but the idea of the viewership base from the start of the original series to the modern revival with the 12th Doctor, those are young and old fans. What do those listening think of casual Doctor Who fans, or the original series and the modern revival with a comparison between the two eras? Comment.